je suis, yo soy, watashi wa nanu no ego sum. I am Chris, and this is Chris in English. And today I want to know, who is the most agreeable person in your life? Hello, my papa. How are you doing? I hope you're well. Happy Monday. Monday is an okay day. Hello, Mom. Happy Monday. Oh, look, it looks like it's the family edition of the Chris in English Instagram show. I hope everybody's doing well. Who is the most agreeable person in your life? Yes. Good morning, Pumpy. Pumpy's right there. He's had a good weekend with his name. He's, he likes being called by a name instead of me just saying, hey, Pumpkin. But he's got a lot of good tricks, actually. He's got really good tricks. Watch this. Pumpy. Pumpy, stay. Ah? Yeah, we've been working on that one all weekend long. Okay, hey, what are we doing today? Who's the most agreeable person you know? Why do we want to know the most agreeable person? Because today we are going to learn phrases for agreement. What phrases can we use in English when we want to show that we agree or disagree with someone? Mr. Joel! Good to see you, sir. I hope you're well. Haven't seen you in a long time. Come back to San Diego. We'll eat tacos. Today we're going to learn phrases that we use to show when we agree with someone and when we disagree with someone. How appropriate for an election season. Before we start that, I read something really interesting in the news this morning. There was an airplane. Good morning, Pumpy. There was an airplane in LAX. It was trying to land at LAX this weekend. And this is what the pilot radioed to air traffic control. We just passed a guy in a jetpack. Hey, Jazzy, good to see you. It's true. This weekend, a guy in a jetpack buzzed around a jetliner. 1, this is cool. 2, this is dangerous for everyone involved. But mostly it's cool because somebody has a jetpack. Hey, Susie, I hope you're doing well. Yeah, so on Wednesday, I guess it was Wednesday, not this weekend. On Wednesday, for the second time in 6 weeks, an unidentified person was seen flying using a jetpack near Los Angeles International Airport. Hello, woo! Good to see you! Hey, woo, we're talking about a guy who has a jetpack, and I know you are studying to be a pilot. Maybe you can be a pilot with a jetpack. Of course, jetpacks are cool. If you have a jetpack, you can pretend you're Iron Man, and you can be an Avenger and fight crime and Thanos. In April 2016, Frankie Zapata from France, he unveiled this jetpack. It's called the Flyboard Air. It's a flight surfboard, and it's powered by 4 turbines, 4 jet turbines in the back, and it runs on kerosene, just like the lantern you use when you go camping. I want one. Yeah. On July 14th of last year, Frankie Zapata participated in the Bastille Day military parade, and he rode his jetpack in the parade. 3 weeks after that, he flew his jetpack across the English Channel. Wow, way to go, Mr. Zapata. Way to bring us the future today. Jung-woo, my woo! Homework. Get a jetpack. We've got some birthdays today. Happy birthday to Robert Reed, who was an actor from a TV show called The Brady Bunch. If you want to know about American culture, go on YouTube and look for a show called The Brady Bunch. It was one of the most popular TV shows in the early 70s, and it has informed a lot of modern American culture. So happy birthday to Mr. Robert Reed. And happy birthday to Mr. John Lithgow, born in 1954. John Lithgow, of course, is a star of stage and screen, both the big movie screen and the small TV screen. John Favreau. Happy birthday, Mr. Favreau. Not just because of the acting that you've done, but thank you, Mr. Favreau, for being a part of Iron Man, for directing Iron Man, and for being one of the big names in Star Wars production these days. Happy birthday. And happy birthday, Mr. Trey Parker, one of the co-creators of South Park. Happy birthday to all of you. How about my students? Anybody out there have a birthday today? Anybody celebrating? Let me know. I want to celebrate with you. That's not why you're here. You're not here for birthdays. You are not here for jetpacks. I don't know why. I would go almost anywhere if I could get a jetpack. I know why you are here, my friends. You are here for the word of the day. Yes, my friends, it is that time. I am going to teach you a word that you can use in the English-speaking world. And I hope... Oh, Nemo, just in time for the word of the day. I'm going to teach you a word you can use in the English-speaking world. And I hope you don't spend this word too freely. Spend too freely? Is that a hint? Is that a clue? To spend too freely. Could that be information that could help you discover the meaning of our word of the day? Why, yes, it is. Because our word of the day today is a noun. It's a noun. But it's kind of a mass noun. It doesn't have a plural. It's not plural. It's always singular. It's a mass noun. Our word of the day describes a personality trait. Our word of the day today is profligacy. Oh, I'm going to say that again. It's hard for me to say this one. Profligacy. There we go. Profligacy. Noun. The trait of spending too much money on extravagant and fancy things. Profligacy. Here's your spelling. P-R-O-F-L-I-G-A-C-Y. Profligacy. Spending too much money on extravagant things. Here's a sentence. He didn't have any money. Not because he wasn't working, but because of his own profligacy. 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 That's a hard one for me. I hope it's easier for you. Profligacy. He didn't have money because he had too much profligacy. He always spent his money on extravagant things. Expensive dinners. Nice watches. Fancy cars. Profligacy. Here's another sentence for you. And this is a true sentence. I discovered this one. The coronavirus is a good reminder to spend money wisely and avoid profligacy. Profligacy. That's our word of the day. The personality trait of spending too much money on extravagant and fancy things. Now it's your turn. Do you have a sentence using our word of the day, profligacy? If you do, please write your sentence right here. I will read it to the world, and you will become internet famous. Profligacy, that's our word of the day. How about a little bit of election news for you guys? Oh my goodness, really? We are 2 weeks and 1 day. 2 weeks and 1 day. 15 days, literally 15 days until the next presidential election. And wow, is this one something interesting to watch. Right now, as of right now, the election is officially on November the 3rd. However, right now, 28 million Americans have already cast their vote. Yeah. Excuse me. No. I'm okay. Just a little tickle in the throat, not a corona or anything like that. That's good coffee. 28 million people have already cast their vote. And the reason, of course, is because our coronavirus policy is having us encourage people to vote early and vote by mail, so that we don't have to all be in the same room casting our votes all on the same day. That will make it much safer for everyone involved. So a little bit over 10% of the voting populace has voted. Voting populace. How did I come up with that number? In 2016, 250,056,000 people voted for president. 250 million people. So 28 million people have already voted, a little bit more than 10% that have voted in the last election. Do you know how many Americans are eligible to vote, is asking my mom. Well, I don't know how many are eligible to vote, but that number that I just gave is the number of people who voted in the last presidential election. 250,056,000. Give or take one or two. Yeah. So people are already voting. I know that I have my ballot. In fact, this is the week. This week I'm going to open up this ballot. I'm going to take a look at my voting books, my voting materials, and I'm going to make my choices. And then I'm going to decide whether I'm going to mail it in or go to the election booth myself on the 3rd. I love voting. I love voting. I don't want to vote by mail unless I have to. I will if I have to. But I like going to the polls. I get a sticker. Nemo is asking, did they already announce the results of the people who have voted? No. No, they have not, Nemo. In fact, it's illegal. You can't start announcing the votes until the polls close. So, Tuesday, November 3rd, probably around 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock San Diego time, is when we will start seeing some of the official numbers come in. We won't have any real idea until then. So make some popcorn, sit in your comfy chair, because we're going to be watching this for a while. Let's see, Joe Biden leads nationally 53 points to 42 points. That's an 11-point lead for the vice president. Yeah, but, you know, Hillary Clinton had a similar lead 4 years ago. Similar, not exactly the same. Joe Biden is actually much more popular than Hillary Clinton was, or even is. Joe Biden leads in Florida. President Trump beat Hillary Clinton 49.02 points to 47.82 points in 2016. That means President Trump beat Hillary Clinton by 1.02 points. But today, right now, Joe Biden is leading the president by a full 3 points. It's not about the national vote. It's about the vote per state. Yeah. This Thursday, there will be a presidential debate. I'm going to be watching and we'll talk about it, of course. And if you have any questions about it, please let me know. All right. Let's break out Pumpy. Let's see how Pumpy's doing. As you guys remember, on Friday, we announced the name of our pumpkin. Our pumpkin's name is Pumpy. Pumpy, Pumpy, Pumpy. The pumpkin. He's Pumpy. Pumpy, 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 Pumpy. Yeah, the pumpkin. And he's happy. We've had a good weekend together. We played some games. I've taught him some tricks. I showed you the trick where he doesn't move. He's really good at that one. Yeah. So, Pumpy and I decided that today I would share some Halloween facts with you, my students. Because Halloween really is an important part of American culture. We love Halloween here in the United States. One big part of Halloween, of course, is trick-or-treating. That's when the children walk around the neighborhoods asking for candy. They go up to a door. Someone opens the door, and all the kids, all together, they go, trick-or-treat! And what that is the person who lives in the house, they're supposed to give some candy to the children. That's the treat. If they don't give candy, then they get a trick. Yeah, dog poop on their front door. Or doorbell that you ring their doorbell and you run away and they open the door and there's nobody there. Yeah. Trick-or-treat. Trick-or-treating goes all the way back to medieval times. Yeah, back to about 1000 AD. Back then it was known as guising. Guising. Young people dressed up in costumes They asked for food or money, and in exchange, they would sing a little song or recite a poem or do some trick that they knew how to do. So back then when it started, it was trick and treat. You didn't have to make a choice. During World War II, there was no trick-or-treating. Zero trick-or-treating during World War II. Not because it was dangerous, but because there was a sugar shortage. All of the sugar that was, not all, but much of the sugar that was being produced in the United States was being sent to the soldiers who were fighting the war. So there was no candy in the United States during World War II, so there was no trick-or-treating for the kids. Poor kids. Let's see, what else do we know about Halloween? Halloween is the second largest commercial holiday in the United States, after Christmas. Christmas is the most popular, and the one we spend the most money on. We spend $1,050 every Christmas. In second place is Halloween, and we spend $87 every Halloween. Big difference, huh? Big difference, but Halloween is still in second place. What do we buy with that $87? Well, we get decorations, candy, costumes, pumpkins, cards. Yeah, these are the things that we buy for Halloween. This year will be the first time in 19 years that there will be a full moon on Halloween. It's true. The last time that happened was October 31st, 2001. The next time it will happen is October 31st, 2039. So go out and enjoy your Halloween full moon this year. You're going to have a long time to wait before your next one. And of course, our last interesting Halloween fact for today, Harry Houdini, the great escape artist and magician. Hello, enemy! Good to see you today. We're doing a few Halloween facts. In fact, did you know that Harry Houdini, the great escape artist and magician, died on Halloween? It's true. He died on Halloween. He also was famous for having told his wife that after he died, he would try to come back as a spirit and communicate with her. And so for many years, even up till today, there are still people who on Halloween night try to contact the spirit of Harry Houdini. And those are your Halloween facts for today, Monday, October 19th. Thank you, Pumping. Thank you. All week, all this week, all next week, we're going to have some fun Halloween facts as we get closer to the holiday. And of course, on the holiday, don't tell Pumpy. Shh, it's our secret. Pumpy doesn't know this, but okay, let's get to it. Today we're going to talk about phrases that we can use for agreement. If we agree with something that someone says, what can we say to let them know that we are in agreement? If someone says something and we disagree with them, what can we say to show them that we disagree? Today, I am going to share with you some phrases that we can use for agreement and disagreement. Number one is exactly. Exactly. E-X-A-C-T-L-Y. Exactly is an adverb, and it means precisely correct. Precisely correct. So if I said Star Wars is the best movie ever made, you would say exactly. Yuka! Hello, my Yuka. Good to see you. Happy Monday. Today we're talking about phrases for agreement. And the first one is exactly. Precisely correct. Is Star Wars the best movie ever made? It is, exactly. Precisely correct. I agree with me on that. Absolutely. Absolutely is another word that means we think something is 100% correct. We agree 100% when we say absolutely. Are tacos delicious? Absolutely. When I grow up, I want to be a taco. Yuka, good to see you. I hope you're well. I hope you're doing... What are you up to? Are you working? Are you in school? What's going on with you? I want to know. I want to know. Phrase number 3. Phrases for agreement. Things that we can say when we want to show someone we agree with them. That's so true. That's so true. It's a phrase we use to show strong agreement. So if I said Titanic is not as good as Star Wars, you should say, that's so true. Because it is. Another way to say that's so true, a little less formal. That's for sure. That's for sure. I say this one a lot. This is one that I use a lot. That's for sure. And it means the same as that's so true. Right? We agree with what someone has just said. However, it's a little less formal than that's so true. That's for sure. It's a little less formal, and so you'll hear it a little more often. I agree. 100%. 100%. I agree. 100%. Of course, that means we agree totally and completely. We do not disagree at all, not even a little bit. Yuka is telling me, oh, she's ready to sleep. I know. Right now, it is almost 7 o'clock in the morning in San Diego. In Japan, it's almost 11 o'clock at night. Wow, you must be tired. Yeah. Okay. Well, don't go to bed yet, Yuka. We have a few more phrases. You have to learn a little more English, and then you can go to bed. I couldn't agree with you more. I couldn't agree with you more. It's a great phrase. It means that we are totally in agreement with someone. And using this negative, I couldn't agree more, shows that it's impossible for us to gain more agreement. We're already at the top. I couldn't agree with you more. I agree with you 100%. That's exactly what I think. Here's that word again, exactly, that adverb. That is exactly what I think. It shows that what the person just said is in agreement with your opinions and views. We don't have to use the verb think in this one. We can say that's exactly what I think. We can also say that's exactly how I feel. That's exactly how I think. That's exactly how I feel. Phrases for agreement. Here's a good one. Tell me about it. Tell me about it. If someone says something that you think is totally true, you can say, tell me about it. And what you're saying is not, please tell me more. No. That's not what tell me about it means. Tell me about it is an idiomatic phrase that means I completely agree and we don't have to talk about it because we already agree. Yeah, tell me about it. I know. I already agree with you. Tell me about it. It's a great phrase to use for this situation. Another way we can say this same idea, you're telling me. You're telling me. Somebody says something and you agree, you're telling me. We don't have to talk about this anymore. You're telling me. I understand already. Number 9, a way that we can agree with someone, show someone that we agree with them. I'll say is an informal way of showing very strong agreement. Star Wars is the best movie in the world. I'll say. Tacos are a very delicious food. I'll say. Yeah. It's a very fun, informal way to show agreement. I'll say. And the last one, number 10 on our list of phrases for showing agreement. I suppose so. I suppose so. Yeah, this is a phrase we use for what's called weak agreement. We agree with what the person said, but not very strongly. we could go either way. You agree, but you don't strongly agree. I suppose so. Phrases that we can use when we want to show someone that we agree with them. Exactly, absolutely, that's so true. That's for sure. I agree 100%. I couldn't agree with you more. That's exactly what I think. That's exactly what I feel. Tell me about it. You're telling me. I'll say, I suppose so. These are phrases that we can use to show agreement. Hey, I want to know, who is the most agreeable person in your life? Hi, Patty. Good to see you. I hope you're well. I hope you're well. Our word of the day today, profligacy. The act of spending too much money on fancy, needless stuff. Profligacy. It's a noun. How is William? I hope William is doing better. I have not talked to him this weekend, but I hope to talk to him actually today, and I'll let everybody know tomorrow how he's doing. William, if you're watching, I hope that you are recuperating quickly. All right. I think that's it. Anybody else have any questions about English, about Halloween, about the election? I'm here to answer your questions. Today, I'm actually going to go out and I'm going to see a friend very quickly. Don't worry, we're going to do social distancing. We're going to keep separate. We're going to wear our masks. We're going to wash our hands. It'll be fine, but I'm excited because I get to go visit a friend. We're going to have lunch. I'm going to run a couple of errands, get my car washed, pick up some groceries, things like that. And then I'll be back here to prepare for another show for you guys tomorrow. Anybody else? Well, there's the music. I want to thank everybody for joining me today. I had a great time talking with you guys about interesting things. We're going to keep talking about Halloween all this week and next. We're going to keep talking about that crazy election. We're going to learn phrases and words of the day and English and English and English. Until next time, my friends, please remember, my name is Chris. I love you all.